welcome back to the channel. Thanks for checking in. We're going to take a look at a new toy that I purchased yesterday. Yes, I bought a Pink Squier Stratocaster. So I found it on Facebook Marketplace for $50. So I went and checked it out, and it's fully working, fully functioning guitar for 50 bucks. I couldn't pass it up. I don't have a Strat in my collection with the dark fretboard. My two other Strats have maple necks, so always wanted one that had either a rosewood neck, or this one is some type of Indian dark wood. Yeah, so the Pink Strat, it's not too bad. It's actually a pretty good contrast against the dark color of the fretboard, but I'm gonna probably end up stripping the paint off and going with a different color. So this is gonna be my Pink Punk Strat project, and this is gonna be a multi-part video, so you can follow me along as I make the modifications to the Strat. So my goal is to go over each of the areas on the Strat and show you what I'm planning on improving or changing, and planning on getting the guitar up to optimum playing condition. You just heard me doing some playing on the guitar. All the controls and pickups, everything's fully functioning. I think it just needs a few tweaks here and there, and maybe a few minor part improvements, and I think this is going to be a great guitar. So let's get this guitar on the bench, and I'll show you some close-ups, and I'll show you the key areas that I plan on improving. All right, let's take a look. All right, so looking at the Pink Punk Squier Strat, we're gonna do pretty much a full makeover on this guitar. So I'll kind of start from top to bottom. It's gonna be a big project, but it ought to be fun. So starting at the top, obviously tuning machines can be an issue. I'll probably get it up and playing and see if there's any issues with the tuning machines, if I need to change them or not. I noticed this B string tuner is a little tight, so I don't know if it's been bent or some type of issue in that one. I'll probably have to refile the nut slots. The action's slightly high at the first fret, so we may bring that down slightly. Nut seems to be in pretty good condition. I'll also need to do some truss rod adjustment in the neck to adjust the relief. There's probably a little bit too much relief right now. I haven't measured it, but I'll probably have to straighten that out a little bit. The owner said the guitar is about 6 or 7 years old, and I guarantee there has been absolutely no adjustment ever on this guitar. So we're gonna bring it back to life. On all my Strats, of course, I always like to sand the back of the neck so that it's a satin finish and is a smoother feel to play. I will also need to do a slight re-level of the frets, recrown all of the frets, and then clean the fretboard and probably give it a little bit of oil treatment on the neck. Also, the edges of these frets are a little rough, so we'll require some fret dressing. That's pretty commonplace for a cheap Squier Strat, so no surprise there, but that'll give me a chance to really customize that element of the guitar how I like it. All right, so moving down into the body area of the guitar, I'll have to measure the resistance of the pickups. They all work. Pickup heights will probably need to be adjusted. They look pretty uneven right now. I also noticed the volume change between the pickups was quite uneven, so I'll get that balanced out. So the next thing we're gonna have to do is also intonate the bridge saddles, set the saddle height so it matches the radius of the fretboard. Probably make some adjustments to the bridge. Haven't decided if I want to float it yet or rest it onto the body. Okay, so you can see inside the cavity, the tremolo system comes with a very thin trem block. It's probably pretty cheap metal also. So I'll probably upgrade this block to a better, higher quality, thicker trem block. Not sure what I'm going to do with the springs yet. Might need more tension in there by the time I make the final adjustments. So also moving down to the electronics, I'll probably do some shielding to the pick guard, check the capacitors, see if I want to do anything as far as treble bleeds or anything else special in the tone and volume circuit. The pickup toggle selector seems to be working fine. Not sure if it makes any noise when it clicks yet. I haven't looked at it that closely yet, but we will find that out. The jack seems to be working great. Two strap nuts seem fairly large. They seem larger than the ones that are on my other Strats. Maybe I'll do a locking strap lock on there. So then that gets us to this lovely pink color. There's I don't know if you can see it real well. There's A few scratches on the pick guard and the body. I'm not super crazy about a pink guitar. It's all good if that's your thing, but my plan is to strip off the paint. I'm gonna do either a black or maybe a sunburst finish, and then I'm gonna relic it, make it look like it has that aged effect on the body. So I also think the strings are probably about 7 years old. When you play and bend, you just feel them grinding and scratching against the frets, so I've got to get those off immediately so I don't do any damage to the fretwork. So I'll probably start with 10 gauge, maybe move up to 11. We'll see how the guitar is holding up at that point, as well as the neck relief. So yeah, that pretty much will cover the full makeover of this Squier Strat. It's going to be a great project. I look forward to working on it and seeing what other discoveries I may make inside. Okay, that'll do it for today's video. Thanks again for checking out the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like. Leave me a comment below if you have any questions on the Squier Strat, and we'll see you in the next video.